Belief
Я
overcomes.
уже не помню, что тут сделал. Что-то вот эту
Spitball
музыку
of a
что-то
day,
надо.
ain't it?
Чё надо? Ладушки. И как далеко бежать? О, нормально так. Ах ты ж! Это вот что за херня снизу, блин, слева? Как мне это поменять? Я поверхность ничего не работает. Квадрат прыгает. Вообще странно. Что странный джойстик тупит. А я можно ёхнуть? Люди не обидятся? Видимо, ежели не увидят, то и не обидятся. Ты чертос. Я тут был уж наверняка. Хотя так не помню. Нет, тут не туда стоял, значит это не был. И тут ничего нет. Ладно, хоть не слабо. Воу-воу-воу. Здесь был. Куда-то цветок светящийся. Видишь.
We got it working. Not the way we want it, but if we start it, we have a chance to survive down here. We've got an hour until impact. I won't have time to get back to base. I won't be able to get back to the dam. Please, please, just let the thing work this time.
Какой-то у меня нету.
Далеко укатился, потому что... Билет. Накопили. Штат и все.
Больше не зашел.
мне, чтобы тебе не мешаться, стопорнешься? Я быстренько сполоснуть. Там тут сполоснуть, чтобы туда-сюда не мельтешить. Видишь? Помогай мне, конечно.
Сейчас, секунду. Здоровенько. Что-то как-то они тут мочатся все люди. Ну, то-то смотрю вроде в сети уже. Клевенько. Так, надо валить сюда. Ой, почему такое? Ну чё, как он там стоит блоками, но не качается? Нет, там самый вкусный будет. -1. Кто где-то шарится. Блять. Да надо бы. Мне, чтобы взять напарников, тут надо кучу еще всего сделать. Так, ты согласен, тут без напарника это что-то туговато.
But not all is beauty out there. Amongst the wonders lies danger. So remember, don't just carry a weapon. Plan your journey to avoid the areas inhabited by the beasts of animals and find safe places to survive. After all, not all.
I won't get in now. It's broken. There's nothing here. Bad idea.
Leave the chems behind and discover the high that faith can bring. Come to the place. Come to Ignadon and discover the truth. This is me, Herbert.
I won't get in now. It's broken. No. No. Too easy.
Ты чего там? Ну, такой себе. Ну. Прощай, куса. Еще одна. Блин. Так, все, конечно, хорошо. А внизу там монетки-то мне как взять? Радио здесь непонятно взять. Нефиг тут болвать.
I won't get in now. It's broken. There's nothing here. Bad idea.
А может где-то там вход в подвал? Хотя нет. Слишком высоко для подвала. Прогуляться, что ли? Хотя бы он сюда назад-то ближе будет. Сами медведи. Ох ты ж, почему-то. Походить сюда не надо. А, это полезочки. Даже очень. Хотя в целом можно попробовать через низ как-нибудь податься.
Someone's got to sort this shit out before we drown in it.
Wick is dead, but I found the ID cards on his body.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah, well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, or see you handing this over. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
I can't say that any more clearly. Not now.
Nah.
Why are you creeping around?
Reason for us to come together.
Так, надо попытаться по-другому пробраться. Понятно. Эти слишком сложны для меня. Ой. Так, это я уже забрал, да? Значит, так, получается. Херня. Да, все забрал.
Stop being an asshole.
Something like that.
Ну, сказать, что такое бец.
Halt! Nobody is allowed into the city without an ID.
How do I get an ID?
You'll have to go to Gregor at the other gate. He's the only one authorized to issue new IDs. We aren't letting a lot of people in at the moment. We're having... well, talk to Gregor. I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say.
What's happening in the city?
Well, the domed city is a refuge for all. Outlaws, berserker, clerics, anyone who wants to be somewhere other than their homeland. Being away from home, you'd think they'd care less about what faction they were from. But for some reason, some of them have got even more fanatical. That makes keeping order difficult sometimes. The outlaws are the worst. They don't understand rules or sharing, or in some cases, that people have a right to stay alive.
А, понятно, я просто выставил-то сначала это, а потом забирался, это просто, ну, и для меня в голове это как повтор. Но, я же сначала-то те забил, но. А потому что, получается, вот, они же это не берут уже, то есть, там, ну, в обход того ресивера, получается, да, скорее всего. И вот, поэтому так чистенько должно быть. Ну, я сначала те-то забил, ну, а потом уже это забил, я же последний забивал. Ну, по-моему, он так, сейчас, повтор у меня есть, он идет, написано, что повтор. Так, ну да, вот если программа, то есть как бы они на программе ставят, что там типа повтор такого-то. Угу. Должны сначала не ставить, а потом поставить. И для меня в голове это уже повтор, потому что я уже те уже основные забил. Ну, с повтором поставил. Давай.
Не прилетело?
Да нет, что там. Оно и потому, что вообще в последний момент вообще сказал все это поставить. Не зря хоть отбегал полгорода. Да он не зря по окружности полгорода отбегал. Толча нашел. Да. Он закрыт, я думаю, может вот какая-то это лазейка есть. По периметру мы отбегаем.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
I heard you hold people prisoner if they can't prove their identities.
Of course. Need a valid ID to enter or to leave. It's important we keep the right balance here, and that we can hold people accountable. We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in, or the troublemakers will take over. Anyone who tries to get around with ID is given straight to the suggesters to be taken care of.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life. Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
Halt! Nobody is allowed into the city without an ID.
You don't seem to like outlaws.
All people are welcome here. The Dome City is a refuge for all. But that means all, not just outlaws. There's a half-dozen outlaws hanging around outside the city at the old farm now. They just want to get in to cause trouble. I mean, we got everyone settled down and living together, and those outlaws, I just wish they'd disappear.
You want the outlaws in the farm to die?
Whoa, whoa, that's not what I said. I just want them to stop causing trouble for good.
About the outlaws in the farm.
You mean the threat on our doorstep? The canker in our midst? They who should disappear?
Where are these outlaws?
They've gathered east of here at an old farm, not far from the city walls. You can't miss them.
Я там полотенчик нашла, который с твоим именем.
Hello, stranger. You should stock up on supplies before you head out into the wilderness. I have everything you need.
What do you have to offer me?
Everything an adventurer like you could need.
Повезло.
Hands off our goods.
Someone's gotta sort this shit out before we drown in it.
Nah. There are reasons for us to come together.
The fight is the only thing that matters. That makes a real man.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
I have an entry ID. Let me through.
Really? I thought I knew all the ones that had been issued. And you were here asking about getting ID before. So tell me where you got this one.
It's mine. I was issued one after all. Must have misplaced it.
All right. I'll believe you this once. I've got to be wary. That desert gang of outlaws is always trying to find ways to get by me. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city illegally, report them to us immediately. And Eric will take care of them. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together, and we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here, until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
How many separatists are there in the city?
Too many. Once an Alb, always an Alb. They still hit ЕлеЕлекс. It's just a matter of time before they turn back. I don't know what they want in the city. I'd heard a bunch of them had set up a base in the west of Abessa, so they could have gone there. If we weren't so busy here, we'd have tracked them down and cleared them out of Abessa. Last thing we need is Zakor thinking we're harboring rebels.
You mentioned the Council of Magalan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
Do you think I didn't notice what you were doing?
Hey, you. You don't have any broken energy weapons, chainswords, or anything like that? That sort of thing is my business. So if you find any, bring them to me. I'll give you good prices for them.
Did you flee here from the desert?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need shards. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
What are your talents?
Mechanical and engineering genius. I can make anything you need from bootlaces and glue, as long as I don't get constant interruptions. And staying undisturbed is hard in the Dome City. There's always someone trying to stick their nose in, and those berserkers are the worst for it. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's helping me. Even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
Who is this berserker that's giving you trouble?
Brabeck. A bull of a man and twice as ugly. Bone-breaking bastard.
About Brabeck. Where can I find Brabeck?
He's usually near the inn. Just follow your nose. If it smells like piss, you found him.
Let's trade.
Okay.
Maybe later. Be on your best behavior, all right?
Are you sneaking around?
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in a crate and got brought up in the lift.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah, those idiots had no idea I was in there. I waited till they were busy with the next one, slipped out, and I was gone.
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck. That was pure skill.
You were lucky.
Yeah, well, maybe I got luck and skill. But what I haven't got is beer. Feel like one?
Yeah, sure.
Well then, follow me.
So, I have to go.
Do you believe that? Really believe it?
So that didn't work.
He's been bothering me with that for days now.
That has to happen sooner or later.
Do you believe that? Really believe it?
As he wishes. He should do it.
Talk, that's all he is.
You can
That has to
forget it,
happen sooner or
Brabant.
later.
I serve everyone here.
Save yourself.
They say that the
some
pilgrim
work.
Thorald has answers, but who knows?
I'm going. Say. Let
As he
those
wishes.
assholes drink piss
You should
from
do
the
it.
gutters, and you keep your supplies for the
Nah.
real people.
What do you
Talk,
care who
that's
I
all
serve?
he is.
I still serve you even
It
though
is
the
all
other people
about
complain.
serious personal dedication.
Come over here. Let's get a drink together.
What are we celebrating?
Victory over the Alps! Or do you have another reason to celebrate? Because any reason works for me.
Victory over the Alps?
Well, imminent victory. Got to be, hasn't it? Or don't you have any confidence in us? Don't say the wrong thing now. You got to believe if you want to succeed.
If you keep drinking, you're not going to beat anyone.
What the? I was being hospitable there. Now you're opening your mouth and inviting someone to shut it. And I am so close to plugging it for you. But because you're new, I'll give you a chance. One final chance. If you get the next round, we'll stay good friends. So, what'll it be? Are you gonna take it in the teeth or feed it to the liver?
The next round's on me.
There. That's how we beat the Alps. A word from me, and they'll piss their bladders dry.
Why aren't you in a den with the other berserkers?
Fuck the berserkers. I don't have anything more in common with them. They would have exiled me to the valley sooner or later, so I beat them to the punch and left. Fuck them and their laws. You can have it much easier here. And if you want to earn something for nothing, try fighting one of the outlaws here in the domed city. Those assholes always come off worse. Just ask Riley. He knows it's time for him to take another beating.
Why do you want me to fight Riley?
It's about time someone pays him a visit. Now, you're the one to do it. That lying shit is telling people I killed a family out in the Badlands. Total fucking bullshit. I killed 5 families out in the Badlands. Parading around out there. Hardly a weapon between them. Like they wanted to die. Those dipshits got themselves killed. And now, Riley spread it all around the dome. He's even got some of the guards believing his yammer. But if someone else were to shut him up, I'd be in the clear, and those guards would be off my back. Take care of him, and I'll make it worth your while.
They say that, but you know they collect alex for themselves.
That has to happen
So you
sooner or
are
later.
taking their side.
Hey, traveler. Is your throat dry? Are your feet aching? Whatever your problem, I have what you need. One good swig will cure all worries, and that's guaranteed.
Do you have any news to go with that drink?
News? I presume you're talking about news from in here. I don't hear anything much from the outside now the city gates are sealed. Now, the future of the domed city is the only topic people are concerned about right now. That's pretty much all of the conversation. There's been peace in here for years, but right now, well, we're all set for things to boil over. I don't want to say it's the cleric's fault. It's always easy to blame the people in charge, isn't it? But who else do we blame? The berserkers, the outlaws, the separatists? Me? I find it best not to blame anyone.
How's business?
Now that everyone is paying credit? Roaring. Not many people aren't happy to pay on credit. It's me that's holding the bill and hoping to get paid before I run out of supplies. Speaking of which, do you know where I can get any food supplies? I'll pay real shards to get more food supplies in.
I can help you if the job pays. Really pays.
Pays? You mean you want more than I offered? You want to exploit my situation? Then you can forget it.
Do you want to trade?
I have to go.
I'm on nobody's
Fucking
side.
elves. He'll cost all of
getting
us.
on
Do you
with
believe
my
that?
job.
Really believe it?
You had better reconsider this.
You should do it.
Consider what?
I definitely need a few more shards.
Got it.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant, bounty hunter, or a nobody like most people out there?
I'm not in a faction.
Well, guess you're one lonely son of a bitch then, aren't you? Here, before you start begging for help, consider it a gift from the Duke. You gave me enough that I can share.
Keep your charity.
It isn't smart to refuse a gift from the boss. You should learn to appreciate his generosity.
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
What do you have to offer?
Troll dung, rat scab, it's all first-class stuff. Snort it, smoke it, either way, you'll never forget the experience.
Forget it.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
What business?
Real business. A proper opportunity.
You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right, if there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now, I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadan, while Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
How many shards are you talking about?
Enough. The Duke is generous. I pay. That much you can be sure of.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
Where can I find Lutz?
If he's not on a call, then he's usually working maintenance on one of the generators. Just walk along the battlement path up at the top. It can't be far.
Can I do something for you? Another time, yeah?
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Horde where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliath all over again.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but Wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from Goliad?
Exiled? No. There are those in Idan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of elex, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elex marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took elex in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it? You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed elex in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elex you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know Elex and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I change my mind.
I have to go.
Nah.
Why are you torturing yourself over that?
Someone's gotta sort this shit out before we drown in it.
You don't feed the belly, the rest of the body will die.
Fucking Albs. It'll cost all of us.
Why are you torturing yourself over that?
Don't mess me up.
What do you want from me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague upon this land. Although, there is something different about you. Do you usually spend time with people like us?
I know a lot of Albs.
You do? There are few non-Albs who can say that. We could use more people who speak for us. Their free people fear us. That is an obstacle to our survival.
Well, well.
Hey, you. Hey, it's you.
Yes, Frank. It's me, Jax.
I heard they'd shot you down. That you were dead. Apparently that was wrong.
But if you're here, does that mean you're a separatist now? Will you stay here and support our cause? I'm sure you would be very welcome.
What cause?
We've broken free from Zakor, from being slaves to ЕлеЕлекс. And we've worked, persuaded people to allow us into the city. And now we're here, we are working to be allowed to stay. Would you be willing to help us?
I will give you my support.
Good. We have to stick together. People blame us for this war, even though we left Zakor to escape it. They will doubt us until the day peace begins. I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, all these different agendas, we, you and I, share a similar destiny. It's the only way anyone will survive.
What goods have you got? It seems like you're tolerated here in the city.
That is exactly what we are. Tolerated. This city is a place of freedom, but all the outlaws claim they are being oppressed. The clerics say they are neutral, but they aren't. The berserkers, they don't seem to know what they're doing. Apart from I think people see that we are all here for a new start.
Do you need help?
It is good that you offer to help us. The berserkers are already trying to get us thrown out of the city. We need the protection offered by this place. We won't survive without it. We've persuaded people here that we are worth a chance. But there will always be those who won't see it that way. And the Albs and Zakor want us dead. If we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and York. They are key.
About the threat of you. What is the problem with Caleb and York?
York is a berserker. He's accused us of spying for the... He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield generator. We are the ones with the most to lose if Zakor captures this city. But the free people are prisoners to him. They have already thrown one of our group out of the city. Now, we are no friends of the Albs and Zakor. They would see us dead. We want this to be a...
I will help you.
Good. That is the... It is best if you go straight. Caleb is already attempting further arguments, but it is York's statement that has put us in danger. If people believe we are working with the enemy, but if York confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer have the proof.
Someone's gotta sort this shit out before we drown in it.
the rest of the body will die.
Fucking Helms. It'll cost all of us.
I'm staying out of it.
So that didn't work.
There's nowhere near enough Felix out there for that.
Frankly, these should be showing more respect.
You don't know that either, whatever you say.
I don't want anything to do with it.
They say that the pilgrim Thorold has answers, but who knows?
It is all about serious personal dedication to the world.
There's nowhere near enough Felix out there for that.
So that didn't work.
They say that, but you know they collect...
Are you coming to see me?
About Brabeck. I spoke to Brabeck.
I can imagine what he said. I'm sure he wants you to hurt me just for his pleasure. I can't tell you how much I need him to disappear from my life. I'll pay anyone who'll help me.
Leave Brabeck to me.
You'll deal with him? That would be great, really great. You won't find me trying to put you off that. If you think you can scare him off so he leaves me alone, that would be good. Even if I do, I think ramming a knife into his guts would be a better approach. I would have tried that myself. But if I'd failed... But if you do get rid of him, however you do it, then I will pay you.
Yeah, that's obvious.
That has to happen sooner or later.
You do, make sure you bring some
That
shards.
is a shame.
You need to learn respect for others.
What? You think I'm a child? So piss off, or I'll give you your head on a plate.
Give people some respect, and you won't need to fight.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna give your whore of a mother a reason to cry. Come here.
They say that the pilgrim Thorold has answers, but who knows?
Ugh. All right. You've made your point, so leave me alone.
You had better leave people alone from now on.
I got it.
From now on, keep your hands off the outlaws.
And if I don't?
Then you'd better find a bodyguard before I come back for you.
All right, fuck it. You get your wish.
Smart decision.
Did you lose something?
About Brabeck. You needn't worry about Brabeck. He'll leave you alone.
Leave me alone? He won't do that while he still draws breath. Oh, please tell me you didn't appeal to his conscience. He hasn't got one.
Don't worry. I made things clear to him. He won't be back.
Well, okay. Thank you. Thank you, that's what I wanted to hear. Wow, I might actually live through this year now. Thank you. Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Let's trade.
Okay.